This is my first album, and it's been a bit of a dream project of mine for really my entire life. I am so thrilled to be part of the Cellar music group. So when I asked Corey if he would release this album on Cellar Music and if he would produce it, I was just so excited when he said yes. I'm a crazy, crazy fool. I've always known that it had to be done with the right people at the right time. There's really no way that I could have done this with anybody else except for Derek and Dave.
I have traditionally favored a little bit more of a heavy rock and roll sound.
Since I moved back to Calgary, I've been known more as a piano player.
We've got such a diverse mix of backgrounds and experiences, but we all work together so well.
The fun part about working with Angela is, I guess, watching her creativity kick in and how she really does not try to be somebody else, but absorb from the things that she likes and just find ways to bring it into her own playing and singing.
These songs that are on this album are a big part of my kind of entire musical history. It's the songs that I listened to on repeat, the songs that I learned that really spoke to me, and the first few songs that I ever wrote. The title of the album is You Don't Know What Love Is. That is the name of my favorite jazz standard, which will be on the album. It was one of the songs that I learned when I first started going to music school, and I just fell in love with it right away. My favorite way to write music is just to sit down at the piano, and often it'll be something that I've screwed up. I remember when I was writing Crazy Fool, I was going through a piano exercise that my piano teacher at the time, Sheldon Zandboer, had given me, and I was going through his exercises and I screwed one up, and I was like, oh, that's really neat. I like the sound of that. So that's how that song kind of came about. Songs that, I've jammed with the guys and it just comes together really naturally, and we're all able to work together really easily to create something new.
To learn, to play, to stretch myself in ways that I never had before. And the experience has been completely life-changing.
Both Angela and Dave are so much fun to work with because they can both draw on the intuitive and also go back to the highly analytical, fix it, and then go back to, okay, now we've internalized it, now we just play. In a lot of this music, the bass drum and the bass instrument are essentially one instrument. The traditional rhythm section instruments, they have the role, so no matter who's playing it, you have to ask the question, what is the job of this instrument now? And then when you try something and it clicks and it works, well, you've just broadened somehow.
We're really trying to create new sounds all the time, and so it's fortunate for us because we can go into every new tune that we start to do and kind of make it our own, and we have no preconceived notion of what that needs to be.
And then, of course, in the studio, that's the very best thing, because then you can just listen to it and you'll know. You instantly know, is it working or not?
We had some challenges to get over to make this happen, for sure. I remember talking to Corey about 2 months out when everybody was just starting to go into isolation, and we kind of said, okay, well, we'll wait a bit and see what happens and see how it goes. And me and the guys decided early on to be cohort households so that we could rehearse and really make sure that we were well practiced and knew what our arrangements were and make this as efficient and effective as possible. And I think that's what we've done. OCL is so separated from the city, and they're prepared to have everything sanitized to let us in and let us do this. I really didn't want to delay again. Luckily, Spencer at OCL was fantastic. He had some software that would allow us to stream all of our tracks directly to Corey in Vancouver so that Corey didn't have to fly, and he could still produce the album from a distance, a very far distance.
Can we try to hear it again?
So we have to somehow give him the sound in live, real time. So we've rigged up a system where we can do that, and it's not as ideal as him being here, but it works.
Of course, with the magic of the technology and Spencer's ability, I felt a little more comfortable. Said, okay, we can try that, and we can fix this, and we can fix that.
You know, the opportunity to really shut the world off and just focus, not have any distractions, not have any of the rest of the world that taps you on the shoulder.
It's just such a comfortable, fun way right now to make music.
You already know it's going to sound great. You just put up the faders and, you know, dial in the sounds and trust that then it's in the musician's hands from there.
This whole experience has been phenomenal. It has been, you know, opportunity of a lifetime to come in here, put the world behind us, focus entirely on the creative process, on the music, getting out what we've done, what we've been doing for the last couple months, couple years.
Make a good time out of it, get it all done, and keep everybody safe and healthy.